Welcome to this broadcast. This message today is going to reinvigorate you. It's entitled Jonah and the Whale. And it's for the ones that strive to enter in, but keep fear and sin at the door that boxes you out or keeps your feet going in the wrong direction. Do what God tells you. When you're anointed or chosen of God, if you are in the wrong place, you can cause a lot of disturbances and curses. When you go in the right direction, you have divine favor. When you're going or backsliding because you know you're not doing what God is telling you to do, when He's telling you to do it, and where to put it. Sometimes, and many times, it's not meant for them. These instructions, he says, give not which that is holy to the dogs, but rather ye go in the lost sheep of the house of Israel. If you're at that place where you need an answer, turn and look the other way. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. And Jonah said this. Jonah prayed unto the Lord his God out of the fish's belly and said, I cried by the reason of my affliction unto the Lord, and he heard me. Out of the belly of hell cried I, and thou heardest my voice. Now, how did he get into the bowels of hell in the fish's belly? It wasn't the worldly men. It wasn't the heathen and the backslider. It was God's chosen. Matter of fact, to help nudge Jonah in the right direction, the men that were complete reprobates cast the man of God overboard. When Jonah said unto them, I am a Hebrew, and I fear the Lord, the God of heaven, which has made the sea and the dry land. Because they couldn't figure out where this evil on them was coming from. And when Jonah came clean, the men were exceedingly afraid. It's a fearful thing to fall in the hand of a living God. And said this unto him, why have you done this? Why have you done this, man of God? For the men knew that he fled from the presence of the Lord. Because he told them that. So what did they do? They said unto him, what shall we do that the sea may be calm unto us? For the sea was wrought and tempestuous. Now in Christ, he has power over nature. So you got to wonder, figure out, and know why the storm constantly hits you. So they said, take me up, cast me forth in the sea, so the sea shall be calm. For I know that for my sake this great tempest is upon you. See, the gifts and calling of God are without repentance. When you obey the Lord, first, do what he tells you first. Speak your testimony in the witness of Jesus Christ, what he's done in you first, and head towards that direction which profits God. You got to die to self to do that. So when he cried out, when my soul fainted within me, I remember the Lord, my prayer came in unto you into that holy temple. But I will sacrifice unto thee with the voice of thanksgiving, and I will pay that I have vowed. Salvation is of the Lord. And the Lord spake unto the fish, and it vomited out Jonah unto dry land. This is your moment to move, to change. Without change, to conform to Christ's image, you can learn all day long, and you're sitting in death. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there's liberty and peace and favor. If you're like Jonah, in the wrong place at the wrong time and heading into hell, there's only one way to back off the storm and to be belched up out of that hell and sin. And that is through the favor and the obedience of Jesus Christ. Many come to me and ask, what shall I do? Obey the Lord and be established. And then he did go, Jonah, by the way, and do what God told him. And wouldn't you know it, after he went through all the hell, the city from the king down to the beasts repented of their ways. And if you go on talk about the story, once you know it, they didn't have to go through anything. They just repented of what they were. It was a man of God, the person of faith, the chosen of God, that suffered to learn obedience. Where Jesus learned obedience to the things that he suffered. And as he is in this world, so are you. Come home to the light. Be established in the power of God and watch the favor and the blessings of God consume you. As you have victory and been made an overcomer with the word of your testimony. Thank you for joining me today.